Hello and welcome back to Emerge, your 30-day yoga journey with Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu and I'm here with day 27. Can you believe it? We only have a couple more days together. I'm so honored that you have decided to be part of this journey. I really hope that you're getting something out of it, both on your mat and out into the world. Today we are looking at what it means to create. We're going to house that within our body. What are we creating? What are we birthing out into the world? So I invite you to come down to your mat, maybe lifting your sits bones up on a blanket like I am so that you can relax the thighs away from the body, allowing them to relax down towards the earth and open through the hip creases. Bring the sits bones to the earth. Sit up nice and tall. See if you can distribute your weight right over top the sits bones. So you're not leaning forward. You're not leaning back. You're finding that beautiful plumb line from crown all the way down to the tail, sitting up nice and tall. Right away, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you tuck the chin just slightly into the chest, getting that length up through the back of the neck. Now, the two energy centers that are responsible for that creative energy within our bodies, whether that's a creative project that we're making with our own hands, whether that's a mother who is mothering a child within her womb and has created that sacred being with her partner. Whatever the creative energy is, it starts with the heart connecting with the sacral chakra. So right away, I invite you to bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to the sacral chakra. Close your eyes, tune in, and begin to listen to the sound of your breath, feeling those two energy centers rise and fall under the palms. Listen to the sound of your breath. Tune in. Allow the day thus far to melt away, be put on the side for now. And maybe you introduce the affirmation, I create. I create. What are you wanting to create in your life at this time? Feel these two places in your body. Contemplate what they mean to you, how they feel in this moment, how you feel on your deepest level in these energy centers. We're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. So we'll, first of all, inhale nice and deep together. Deep breath in. Really expand the chest, expand the belly. Exhale, feel that gentle retraction. Then for a lion's breath, we're breathing in nice and deep. And on the exhale, we're exhaling out of the mouth, tongue sticks out, and we look up towards the third eye. We'll take 3 of these in a row. So inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale in. Exhale, fire it out. Don't be shy. Inhale in. Exhale, lion's breath. Then just allow yourself to feel the effects of that. One more moment with hands on the belly and on the heart. Firing things up. Then we'll bat the eyelashes open. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Bring the left fingertips down to come up. They reach up and then over towards the right side. Open up here. See if you can look up underneath the left armpit chest here. Pull on that left knee. Relax the right thigh down towards the earth. Inhale, come back through center. Release the right hand and we switch. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right fingertips go down to come up. We take a deep breath in And on an exhale, we lean over towards the left. See if you can look up underneath this right armpit chest. Relax both thighs down towards the earth. Inhale, come back up through center and release. Then we'll float the fingertips around behind us, interlacing them behind the tailbone. Then we'll lengthen those fingertips down and perhaps away. Maybe that's not possible. Maybe you stay here with the knuckles resting against the tailbone. See where you're at today. See if you can lengthen them down and away from the body. Take a deep breath in, lifting the sternum way up. And then exhale, bow the forehead forward, seeing if you can lift those knuckles up towards the sky. However high they lift is beautiful. Be present. However forward your crown comes down is beautiful. Be where you're at today, opening through the chest. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, maybe you bow a little bit further. Then on your next inhale, we'll rise back up. Release the fingertips, and we'll take it forward onto all fours. Move your blanket out of the way if you chose to have one for the practice. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. You know what to do by now. Hug that navel into the spine. Reach the crown forward, tailbone back. See if you can find that flattening out of the lower back. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. On your inhale, you're going to rotate the hips to the left and then forward and then around and back, bringing the sits bones towards the heels. Take nice big circles here. Make it your own so you can come outside of the confines of the asana and sort of maybe you make figure eights with the hips, maybe you make U shapes, maybe you come all the way back to a child's pose, maybe you come forward to a cobra or an up dog, finding a nice arch in the back. Work it out here, feel through the hips. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Now we're going to create our own story here. And when we're ready, we're going to send those hips up high and back and find our first downward facing dog of the practice. So you'll curl those toes under, send it on up, find your downward dog. As soon as you get here, create your own reality. Pedal out through the backs of the legs. Find your length in your side body. Press down into those fingertips and knuckles. Melt the heart towards the thighs. Maybe you tick-tock the hips. So find some movement here. Don't feel stuck in the pose. There's no right or wrong. You're just working it out through your own body and creating your own story. Then eventually we'll find stillness, bringing the feet hip-width distance apart. Then on an inhale, we'll bend the knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. Then we send those sits bones up towards the heavens and roll on through, coming forward into a plank. Exhale out. Inhale, sits bones rise back up towards the heavens. Exhale, heels drop down towards the mat. Inhale, bend the knees generously. Send the sits bones up towards the heavens. Roll on through nice and slow, rounding through the spine all the way through forward to a plank. Exhale out. Inhale, sits bones rise up towards the heavens. And exhale, the heels drop towards the mat. One more time, bend those knees generously. Send the hips up high and back. Roll forward, coming through into your plank. Exhale out. Inhale, send those sits bones back up towards the heavens, and then allow the heels to melt down towards the mat. Once again, finding your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Then we'll slowly come back forward into our plank. Drop the right knee to the mat. Send the right toes towards the right side of the mat. Roll to the inside of the left foot, coming into a half plank once again. Reach those left fingertips up towards the heavens. Really reach, reach, reach. Inhale in. Exhale, see if you can step that left foot all the way up towards the top edge of your mat, finding a low lunge. Might be a little bit shaky, might stumble, but you'll arrive there stacking front knee over front ankle. Heart shines forward, crown lifts. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more, we'll walk that left foot towards the left side of the mat, swim the left fingertips around to join the right, finding a lizard pose variation. You know you can stay here, or you can lift up the left toes, roll onto the outside of the left foot, find a juicy opening in that left hip. You can come down onto the elbows. You can stay up on the palms, staying with your beautiful lizard or dragon variation here, listening to your body about what it needs. You can even rise up to the palms, reach the left fingertips forward, up and back, reaching towards the back edge of the mat. Stay here or bend into the right knee. Grab onto that right foot with the left hand and pull the left heel towards the buttock, or the right heel, sorry, towards your butt. Breathe nice and deep. Be nice and present. One more breath here. And on an exhale, we'll lower that foot back down to the mat. Bring the left fingertips back to their place beside the right. Then we'll roll onto the inside of the left foot. Bring that left foot back into the midline, finding our low lunge. Heart shines forward. Crown lifts. We inhale in. Exhale, plant the palms, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Then we'll plant the right heel, pivoting on that back foot. Then we'll bend through that left knee, swim the fingertips forward, up and back, rising on up into a warrior one. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. You know what to do here. Peel back with this left hip crease. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale, relax those shoulders. One more inhale to reach. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Frame the left foot, step the left toes back, find a plank pose, push up out of the earth. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Inhale, rise up for a cobra. Exhale to bow the forehead down. Curl the toes under. Push up to all fours or to a plank. Then send the hips up high and back. Find a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Then we'll roll forward to our plank. Pushing up out of the earth, dropping those hips. Then we'll lower the left knee to the mat, sending the left toes off the left side of the mat, rolling to the inside of the right foot, finding our half side plank here, reaching the right fingertips up towards the heavens, stacking the right shoulder over the left. Pull back with that right shoulder, then we inhale in. And on an exhale, we see if we can step those right toes up towards the top of the mat, finding our low lunge on this side. Adjust as needed, front knee over front ankle. Heart lifts, crown reaches. Then we'll walk the right foot towards the right side of the mat, swim the right fingertips around to meet the left, and find our version of lizard here. So you can stay up on the palms, you can come down to the elbows, you can pick up the right toes, roll onto the outside of the right foot and really open that right hip. Right knee reaches towards the right side of the mat. So stay here. Maybe you're down on your elbows. Breathing nice and deep. If you'd like to take it a step further, come to your palms, Reach the right fingertips forward, up and back, reaching towards the back edge of your mat. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bend through the left knee, grab onto the left foot, pull that left heel in towards the body. Pull back with that right shoulder. Keep the neck nice and long. Inhale in. Exhale, slowly lower that left foot down to the mat. Swim the right fingertips back around to meet the left. We roll onto the inside to the sole of the right foot. Walk that foot back into line, back into the midline. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Find your low lunge. Then we pivot on that back foot, bringing the heel to the ground. Foot is at a 45-degree angle. Then we bend through the right knee and reach the fingertips forward, up and back, rising up into our warrior one. Relax the shoulders. Pull back with this right hip crease. Inhale to reach. And exhale, float it down. Fingertips come back down to the mat. We frame that right foot, step the right toes back, find our plank pose, push up out of the earth. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Inhale in, exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Inhale, rise up for a cobra. Exhale, bow the forehead down. Curl the toes under, push up to all fours or to a plank. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Bend the knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. We inhale to look forward and we exhale to make our way to the top. You can baby step, you can hop, you can float. Eventually, we'll arrive in a forward fold together. Allow yourself a couple of breaths here to work it out, to allow the neck to become loose, the head to dangle. Stretch it out through the backs of the legs. So yummy. Then we'll bring the fingertips to the mat and inhale, rise up for a halfway lift. Crown reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. Really hug those elbows into the side body. Exhale to bow. Root to rise. Send those fingertips wide to come up. We really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's play with a little tree pose here. Bringing the feet together, really together. Big toes to touch. Getting our center underneath us, lifting from the sternum. We'll transfer our weight to our left foot. Find a focal point out in front of you that you can land your gaze on and begin to peel up with the right heel. Right knee begins to lift towards the chest, playing with your balance here. Now, if you're new to tree, or if you know that your balance isn't quite there yet, you're just going to bring the sole of the right foot to the shin, or maybe the toes stay on the mat. We're opening through this right hip, lifting up out of the left hip. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, you can grab onto that right ankle and bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. Depends on how slippery your yoga pants are too, or whatever pants you're wearing. Squeeze the foot into the thigh into the foot, lengthen down through the tailbone. If you fall out, just come back. Maybe the palms stay at the heart, or maybe you begin to grow your branches, reaching up towards the heavens. Take one more deep breath here, wherever you are, playing around with this. A long breath out. Then on your next inhale, see if you can bring that knee up towards the chest once again. Really lift, lift, lift. And exhale, set the right foot down. Shake it off if you need to. Then we'll find our Tadasana pose, bringing the feet really together. Bringing the palms together at the heart. Once again, finding your focal point or your drishti out in front of you. Get your center underneath you. Then transfer your weight to your right foot and begin to peel up with the left heel. Eventually lifting that left knee, playing with your balance. And then knowing in yourself where you want to go with your tree. Are you bringing the sole of the left foot to the right calf? Are you leaving the toes on the ground and just opening through this left hip? Or are you grabbing onto the ankle and pressing the left foot into the right thigh? You might find this side harder. You might find it easier. Really squeeze the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh. Lengthen the tailbone down, hug navel to spine. See if you can come out of the toes a little bit. Try not to dig the toes into the mat. It's a lot to think about, a lot going on, so just do what you can. Be present for yourself. Play around with it. Smile. Life is good. Maybe you keep the palms together at the heart. Maybe you reach the fingertips up towards the heavens. Try not to shift your focus too much. It'll take you off balance. And if you fall out, just come back. Just play with it. Laugh it off. Let's take one more deep breath in here. Exhale. See if you can relax those shoulders. Really ground into the stance. Then on your next inhale, see if you can bring that left knee up towards the heart. Once again, really lift, lift, lift. And exhale, set the foot down. Once again, shake it off. Feel it in those hips. Maybe you do a little boogie. Then find your Tadasana. Stand up nice and tall. Palms shine forward. Shoulders rotate away from the ears. Shoulder blades run down the back body. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Relax those shoulders. Then we'll find our soft knees and we'll inhale to reach. Exhale, float it down. Find your forward fold. Inhale for a last halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Fingertips come to the mat. We step one foot back, then the other, finding our downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Long exhale out. Then once again, we'll roll through the spine, coming all the way forward to our plank. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. We're dropping those hips, pushing up out of the earth. Then see if you can lower down onto your elbows, coming into a forearm plank. If you need to belly flop first and then come into this forearm plank, by all means do so. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Forearms are parallel, fingertips are spread nice and wide. Then we'll slowly begin to walk the feet up towards the face, lifting the hips, coming into dolphin pose. Head stays lifted off of the mat. Really press up out of the earth with the arms. Pressing into the palms. Feeling this beautiful opening. We're here for 3 breaths. And slowly we'll walk the feet back out. Finding our forearm plank. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, lower the hips all the way down to the mat. Find a Sphinx pose. Come onto the tops of the feet. Press down into the pubic bone. Lift the crown. And exhale, lower down. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Push yourself up. Bring the knees together. Big toes to touch. Send the hips back. Reach the fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. And bow down into a child's pose. If you need to open the knees wide, then by all means do so. You can reach the arms forward. Find a moment of surrender. Take one more breath here. And we'll slowly inhale, rise up. And make our way to a seated position, finding a Sukhasana. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe you smile. You can bring your blanket back underneath your sits bones. If it's calling to you, maybe the hips are a little bit more open now and you don't need it anymore. Let's inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, find a twist. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips float around behind. We sit up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist. Come back to center. Reach those fingertips up once again. Find your length. And exhale, left hand to the right knee, right fingertips float around behind. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. Inhaling for length. Exhaling to twist. Come back to center. Once again, bring the left hand to the heart. Bring the right hand to the sacral chakra, to the lower belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, close the eyes. Tuck the chin just slightly. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And just allow yourself to feel where you're at now. Reintroduce the affirmation, I create. I create. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today, my dear friends. Let's bring the palms together at the heart. Inhale in. And on an exhale, we'll bow to each other. Thumbs to the third eye. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in so much awe of the light in you. Namaste.